Good morning. Morning Musings by Melinda. Happy Friday. What have you got planned for this weekend? More of the same, staying home, right? I just can't understand why we're so mean to each other. Oh my gosh, it just blows my mind. I think in a time like this, we're supposed to come together somewhere in the middle without so much judgment and harsh criticism. I saw on Facebook this morning a picture of a woman in the middle of I don't know whether she was in a lake or in an ocean, but a body of water, and she had a mask on. And the caption was, "What do you think of this?" or "What do you say about that?" And the things that were said just broke my heart, because what I thought to myself was, what a vulnerable person. We know that we don't need to wear masks when we're out alone in the middle of the lake or the water, but apparently she didn't. So instead of just honoring and respecting someone's fear or their misinformed idea of how things should work, a lot of people said nasty things, sheep, and, oh my goodness gracious, isn't it blow your those of you who have a kind heart, that we're so far one way or so far the other way that we can't, be what we're supposed to be, which is one nation under God with liberty and justice for all, and we turn a pandemic into something so ugly when we're struggling with an invisible, situation that kills. Honestly, I still have friends in the hospital, and I've talked to several people this week that have had it, and there are people households, and they've been blessed that they haven't caught it from there, but they don't know if they're carriers or not. We just don't know that much about this right now to be so angry and nasty and I don't know, it just saddens me greatly. I've said right from the beginning that this is a global reset, and maybe during this global reset, one of the things that we are resetting is how we handle each other, and the attitudes and the language and I'm talking about language of criticism and judgment, not language like I had that used a New York word. And maybe those of you who are judging are the ones that are going to be the harshest judge. I don't know that, because I never pretend to know what Jesus thinks or what God thinks. I just know in my heart that doing the right thing, even when it's not the easy thing, will, give you kudos in heaven. I mean, that's a basic part of understanding one's soul, I should think, right? So I just hope that you resist the temptation to say something about someone you may see that's vulnerable, or who disagrees with you, or is on a different political page. Because really, when push comes to shove, if we don't get our act together, I don't know what's going to happen to you. So what I wanted to do for you today was to give you a little bit of a meditation. My answer always is to people, well, how do I handle this? And how do I handle that? And I say meditation, 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 meditation. And I say that because, prayers are like sending messages up to heaven, but meditation is like letting heaven come down and fill you with the Spirit, or the Holy Spirit, if you want to call it that, or the Spirit of what heaven is all about, which is really just true bliss, love, and joy, things that we've forgotten here. So we want to learn how to meditate. Many people say, well, I don't know how to meditate. Well, I've meditated every day for 30 years, and meditation is really the key to having balance in life, and having the ability to have energy and to move forward. And, we all have challenges. We all have things that really, pull the rug out from underneath our feet. But when you're in a daily practice of meditation, you can go back to center. So I'm just going to do a very light leading of a meditation this morning, nothing major, just so that you can practice and get yourself so that you're meditating regularly. So the key to it really is oxygenation. You really have to breathe. So if you just want to settle in and close your eyes and relax for just a moment, and don't have your arms crossed or your feet crossed, just sit in the chair as relaxed as you can be. By the way, do not meditate on a bed, because bed for sleeping and for being with your partner. You want to meditate in a chair somewhere, in a place where you can really not fall asleep, so to speak, okay? So you're just going to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths of relaxation, and I'm going to have you breathe in 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, and release. And again, breathing in 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, and release. Last time, breathing in 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, and release. And using the power of your imagination, I want you to imagine, visualize, pretend, or just know that you're about to cross over an old-fashioned footbridge that arches up over a small stream with wooden handrails. There are 5 steps that take you across this bridge, and as I count from 5 to 1, you're going to see yourself walking across the bridge and entering a beautiful meadow, a field. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you enter this field, this meadow, the earth responds to your footsteps. Warm, soft, moist earth. And the sky above you is blue, blue with barely a cloud in it. The sun is shining brightly, caressing your skin, warming your soul. And there is a gentle breeze here that refreshes you. It tickles at your hair and whispers in your ear. And there are wild flowers that grow here. They are vivid and vibrant in color. There are reds and yellows and purples, gold, orange. They sway gently in the breeze. And perhaps you can see a butterfly and hear the birds singing softly in the background. And this is the field of all possibilities, the meadow of peace and tranquility. This is where you come just to regroup, to release your stress and your anxiety, connecting with your higher self, with God, with the beauty of nature. I want you to see yourself in this field. And there is a pathway, and that pathway kind of winds along. And if you'll look, you can see a small hill with grass on it and a large shade tree. I want you to go ahead and walk along the pathway. Walking up the little hill, sitting down underneath the tree, stretch your legs out in front of you. Put your hands in the grass and feel it. Feel the roughness of the bark between your shoulder blades as you lean back. Tip your head up to that sun. Feel the gentle breeze. Feel your connection with your heart and your soul, and relax. Just relax. And as you remain here under the tree, relaxing, perhaps you have a question for your higher power, a guardian angel, God. Just spend a minute and see if an answer is in. And when you do this meditation by yourself, you can spend all kinds of time there underneath that tree, relaxing and breathing, connecting to your heart and your soul, to God and to nature, connecting to finding answers, finding peace in your heart, releasing anxiety and letting yourself relax. And this is truly the key to finding balance and harmony in one's life. Truly the key to releasing agitation and aggravation. Truly the key to allow yourself to be your real self. Your real self is never about ego. It's never about saying mean things or nasty things or picking on somebody or doing those kinds of things. Your real self is always filled with love because you are a part of God. And that's what God is, the energy of love. So you're going to see yourself getting up from underneath the tree and brushing yourself off and walking back down through the field, noticing again the flowers, the plants, the trees, the birds, the sky, the feeling of being here, so that you can return here whenever you choose to. And then going back across the bridge and coming back to me whenever you're ready. So that was so quick. See how fast we could do that and find peacefulness? I mean, I just raced you through that, right? I didn't want to take a lot of your time this morning, but I just wanted to give you something that you could use as a visual. Making sure that you breathe 3 times, deep and hold and release, and then you go across the bridge, and you can paint that picture of that feel whatever way you choose to, in order to find that place deep inside of you that anchors you energetically. And so I hope that you use meditation daily and kindness daily. It costs us nothing to be kind and to avoid saying something mean about a vulnerable person or a person that disagrees. And maybe, just maybe, we can get through this pandemic together and find our way back into the middle and let this